Good afternoon, I'm Terry Hood. The state Senate now says it will take up the bill tomorrow that passed the House yesterday. That bill could bring about an additional $20 million to education.
Yeah, it's the online tax revenue bill, and it allows the state to collect sales tax from third-party vendors that don't have brick and mortar stores like Amazon. A lot of parents and teachers and other education supporters want to be at the Capitol when that happens, so most of the big districts will be out of school again tomorrow. The
State Department of Education says they don't know exactly how many school districts are out today or are making plans to be out tomorrow, but we already have more than 24 districts just in our area, including all the big districts, saying they're going to be closed.
News on 6's Emery Bryan is live at the state capitol, where the crowd is getting louder and louder and louder. Emery?
Right, Craig and Terry, we moved outside just to be able to hear and talk to you guys, but there is a tremendous crowd inside the state capitol right now. They are standing outside the Senate chambers. The Senate went into session this afternoon in their regular session to do some of their just regular routine work, because remember, they do have other parts of the session they still have to do. They're in there now, and outside, thousands of people are chanting, "Fund our schools." They're chanting, "We're not leaving." And I mean, it is thousands of people, absolutely deafening inside the Capitol, as these advocates for education demand that they come up with more funding. This $20 million in the Amazon sales tax, several folks we talked to that had met representatives, that met their senators, all said they thought that would pass easily tomorrow. I talked to Marty Quinn, majority floor leader. He thinks that will pass tomorrow. He thinks that's an easy vote. He's less certain about the expansion of casino gambling. That is also expected to bring in about another $20 million. But regardless, all these education folks down here are concerned that even with both of them, that's not going to be enough to fill the hole left by the pulling out the hotel-motel tax or even funding the rest of the education money that they want funded. There's still this huge gap between what they're demanding and what the legislature has, and they say they are not leaving, these education folks, until those demands are met. Whether that is some extraordinary way tomorrow or next week, that just remains to be seen. But a huge crowd still down here, Craig and Terry.
All right. Thank you, Emery.
It's going to be interesting how things develop later throughout the day, today and tomorrow, with some of those votes coming up, especially in the state Senate tomorrow. We want to remind you, as folks are probably well aware by now, parents and grandparents, kids, we're going to continue to run those school closings at the bottom of your screen, just to let you know as soon as they come in, we put them on the air. So be watching that to make sure you can double check to see if you're going into school tomorrow.
Absolutely. And students aren't missing out just on classes during this teacher walkout. Many of them are also missing out on some meals. The Community Food Bank of Eastern Oklahoma just wrapped up an event to pack meal kits. Their goal there was to pack at least 1,200 meals today.
And we want to show you a rally at 41st and Yale that's going on. A lot of folks obviously can't make it to the state capitol, so protests and rallies are happening all across our area. We'll keep you posted here on News on 6.